Hello Twin Flames, thank you for being here, for liking, subscribing and all the amazing comments and feedback you leave me. It means the world, as you know. And if you are new to the channel, welcome, thank you for being here. Subscribe, join our family because we're here for you every day. Now you can hear I'm a bit croaky today. This isn't coincidence. This is because the masculines are preparing to communicate to the feminine. And there's a lot of blocked energy there. And they've given me a channel message in song lyrics again. And this is for the collective. So this is the way that you feel towards your masculine and the way your masculine feels towards you. And this song is a song we've all heard many times. Please Forgive Me by the amazing Bryan. So what I've done, I've printed out the lyrics and I'm going to go through it step by step here. So you will resonate with this because it's the way that you feel for your masculine. But the angels are telling me this is what the masculines want to say to you right now. So it's so powerful. So the lyrics say this: it still feels like our first night together. Now, that's the masculine saying to you, it doesn't matter how much time passes, how much time you're in separation for, it still feels like that first night when the firework effect happens, when the fireworks went off and it was like pew, 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 and the chemistry, the explosive chemistry kind of blew you both away. So the first night together could be the first time you made love. It could be the first time that you kissed, or even the first time that you looked into each other's eyes, or just acknowledged each other online, in person, or through feeling. It doesn't have to be physical sensation, because twin flame bond is so powerful. It's a physical sensation anyway. You feel each other anyway, no matter how much distance is in place or how far away you are. And your masculine is saying to you, it still feels like our first night together. And the angels say it's very much for the masculines like a loop. So when you come back together, it's like no time has passed. So for example, if you message your twin and you don't hear from them, and then they do contact you like, however long after, even if it's like 6 months, a year after, it still feels like it's that first night together. It still feels like, no time has passed, because it's a timeless love. It's an unconditional love. And that's why it can be very frustrating for the feminines, because when the masculines come back, they tend to act as if nothing's happened. Or, they saw you yesterday. And the feminines are very frustrated with that because it upsets the feminines. They're giving me tears again. And again, there's sadness and tear energy, emotion around today, around both of you. And you'll be feeling this. So the masculines are acknowledging to you here that whenever you come back together, it's like you saw each other yesterday. It feels like that first time. The connection, the power of the connection, the feeling is the same. So it will never die, it will never go away, because the passion and the love and the feeling is undying. Feels like the first kiss. And you know what the first kiss is like. Sometimes it's awkward, electrifying, but there's that power there. So you may not have even kissed your masculine in the flesh, but you've certainly kissed them in the 5D realm. You've certainly kissed them in dreams. You've certainly kissed them in your imagination. And they're giving me the word fertile. So it's a very fertile time for things to happen. And your masculine is saying to you, it feels like the first kiss. So, it's beautiful and powerful, but it's also a bit awkward, scary, risky. So your masculine is saying to you, it feels risky sometimes. I feel vulnerable and a bit scared about what will happen next, because, kissing a person for the first time, as amazing as it is, it can also bring up feelings of vulnerability, because you're giving yourself to someone in that amazing way. It's getting better, baby. So your masculine is saying to you, it's getting better. It's getting better. Every day it gets better. Even when you're going through the struggle, Even when you're going through the pain, even when it feels like they don't care, it's getting better and better because you're getting closer and closer, closer to union, closer to unconditional love. No one can get better this. No one can better this. In other words, no one can compare with you because you're each other's perfect fit. You're like Cinderella. And I always show the card. Let me see if I can find the cards. The card, okay, I can't find it, but you always see it, okay? The Cinderella card, there it is. The Cinderella card. This is the card signifying this. No one can compare with you. No one can better this because you're the only person that can fit in that shoe. And that shoe, it could go around the block a bit. In other words, think about Cinderella who tried to fit into that shoe. It was half of the community, It was the land, half of the land, because the prince was going around trying to find the perfect fit for the slipper. So the point I'm trying to make here is, if your masculine is in a karmic situation or, going along the way, playing around a little bit, whatever they're doing, nobody can actually fit that shoe but you. So it doesn't matter how many karmic people there are that come, how many people try and make your masculine happy, it's not you. It's not you. And there's an amazing song that I absolutely love by Madonna. It's Not Me, okay? It's a bit raunchy for Madonna. Well, Madonna is a bit raunchy, but, It's Not Me. Listen to that song and it will make you realise there's nobody like you. There's nobody like you. You are unique. And your masculine knows that. And your masculine is on, this journey of self-discovery, learning, awareness, and trying to find you. And they may go through some other people to find you, but it will always lead you back to you. And that's what your masculine is saying here. No one can better this. No one can compare with you, the way that you feel. And that's why they're still holding on. Still holding on. They're still holding on to the connection, the power of love. They may not be admitting it to you in the 3D realm, but you can feel it. Why? Because there's a bond between the two of you, an unbreakable bond, a cord that connects the two of you, and it never ever dies. And I've had to tie it up there, obviously, but it's showing it doesn't matter how many times it feels like it's broken, it will never part, because it's an everlasting, undying love that you share. So you're still holding on, and this is why you're still holding on after all this time. When you get beaten down, and even when you go through moments and you think, I've had enough now, I'm moving on, you still hold on, because then the universe will throw you in curveballs, signs, synchronicities, showing you the truth that this connection is real. You're still the one. So your masculine saying to you, you're still the one. Still after all these lifetimes, after all these years, after all these moments, after all these other people trying to fit your shoe, you're still the one I want. And they're giving me that song again by Shania Twain, You're Still the One I Want, or whatever it is, Look how far we've come, that one. So they're giving me some channel songs today, but this is the real one, the proper one. First time our eyes met. Now I call that the firework effect. They're giving me teary emotion because, the first time you meet and, you look into each other's eyes, and, again, this doesn't have to be physically. It can be online. Don't think you have to have a 3D connection, where you're actually looking into each other's eyes in the same room. This is the power of the twin flame love. It can be online. It can be through dreams. It can be on the 5D realm, the 5th dimension. It's that connection. The first time our eyes met, boom, 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 fireworks going off, pew, 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 you feel that connection. You feel that love. It's unlike anything you've ever experienced. And, people say to me all the time, I've been in a marriage 30 years and I've never felt anything as powerful as a minute with my twin flame. That's the power of love. That's the power of the connection. And that's the firework effect. And that's what your masculine is saying to you. First time our eyes met. That's the first time you realised who you both were. When you realised there was so much more than just a normal relationship or a normal connection. You realised it was something special. That feeling. The firework effect. First time our eyes met, you see, this is what they're doing. They're telling me they were that googly-eyed when they met you that way. They couldn't even get the words out. So it makes the masculines act like children, who can't communicate, like adolescent teenagers, hormones. They can't say what they need to say. The same feeling I get. So your masculine saying to you whenever you meet, no matter how much time has been apart, you still turn them into that bumbling fool. You still turn them into that, that amazing, like child who can't communicate to you because all the hormones come up and they feel electrified. The firework effect, piam, piam, piam. It's the same feeling. The same feeling, no matter how much time has passed, no matter how old you are, you still get that feeling. Only feels much stronger. So your masculine saying to you, it feels stronger now. The first time you were together, think about that feeling, the power. Well, now it feels stronger. It feels even more powerful. And I want to love you longer. So your masculine saying to you, I want to love you longer. I want to be with you always. I want to fight for you. And the thing that came up yesterday, when I did the live Q&A, 2 cards kept coming out over and over again. Please forgive me and give me time. So your masculine is asking for your forgiveness right now in this energy of Easter. But this is a timeless reading. So whenever you're drawn to this is how your masculine will be reaching out to you on that 5D realm, sending love, sending communication through music, letting you know how they feel, saying to you, please forgive me, give me time. So they're letting you know they're doing what needs to be done. And they want you to be patient right now because they want to love you longer. They want to be in a position where they can be with you for longer and live their life with you for longer. So it says, do you still turn the fire on? You still turn the fire on. You still turn them on. Another card that kept coming up yesterday, you turn me on. So your masculine is saying to you, you turn me on. So don't ever doubt that. Even if they say to you, there's no attraction, there's no feeling there, you still turn them on. They're hiding from their emotion when they say that to you. So trust that you turn them on unlike anything they've ever felt before. So if you're feeling lonely, don't. So your masculine is saying to you, if you're feeling lonely, don't, So don't feel lonely. Don't feel lost. Don't feel alone. Don't feel sad, depressed, because your masculine is saying to you, if you're feeling lonely, don't. I'm there. I'm right by your side. I'm feeling you. I'm with you. You're the only one I'll ever want. So remember, it doesn't matter how many times people come along and try to fit in that shoe, they're not you, because you're the only one that really matters, because you're their beloved divine feminine and they're your divine masculine. It's an eternal love, it's forever, it's an unbreakable bond. You're the only one they'll ever want, and that's so true. And I've had conversations with divine masculines who've told me that. It doesn't matter how many people are around them, no matter what situations they've tangled themselves into, you're the only one that they will ever really want because of who you are. I only want to make it good. So right now your masculine saying to you, I want to make it good, and I only want to make it good. So when your masculine's blocking you, ignoring you, ghosting you, it's because they only want to make it good. In their mind, they are protecting you from the fallout of how they feel. So they go away and hide away so they don't hurt you at that point while they sort the feelings out. They have to be vulnerable. They have to sort out their emotion. So if I love you a little more than I should, and the masculines are saying to you, I love you more than I should, way more than I should. And you know that you think you love your masculine more than you should. There is no should, okay? There is no should. It's like Youre saying, there is no try. They love you more and more and more. But your masculine's thinking, well, I love you a bit more than I should, and it scares me. I'm afraid of these feelings, these out of control feelings. Another reason they stay in karmic situations longer than they should, because it's easier to deal with that comfort zone than to take a risk to feel vulnerable. And they do feel vulnerable with you, their divine feminine, because there's no one like you. And that's why they're saying to you, please forgive me. I know not what I do. So your masculine said, I don't know why I do the things I do. I just tend to do them. I hurt you, I hurt me. When I hurt you, I hurt me. When I block you, I block me. And that's the thing you need to remember. When the masculines block you, they're really blocking yourself. They're blocking themselves. So when you block your masculine, you're blocking yourself. Why would you want to block the other part of your soul, your greatest teacher, no matter how painful it is? Don't put that obstacle in the way. And that's why when the masculines block you, they always unblock you. The mistake the feminines make is, as soon as they realise the masculines have unblocked them, they rush in and contact them, and then the masculines freak out again, because the masculines need time. It's a process. They do things slowly. So the masculines will unblock you, and then they come forward in their own time. If you reach out as soon as they unblock you, they're going to think, wow, she's watching me. She knows what I'm doing here. Whereas the masculines are working out a strategy, a solution. I know not what I do. Please forgive me. I can't stop loving you. So your masculine saying to you, I can't stop loving you. I've tried. I've distracted myself with alcohol and other people and gaming and work and going out to the gym and doing all these crazy things. I've even been traveling and I've done all these things, and I just can't stop loving you. Please forgive me. So your masculine saying to you, I've tried to move away from you, but I can't, because I love you and I'm guided back to you. It's hard for them to say this. I'm guided back to you like a moth to a flame. This makes them vulnerable. This makes them, can you hear that banging? That's like somebody putting the rubbish out there, but banging. They're knocking on the door. They're saying to you, I love you. Forgive me. I'm coming. Be patient. Give me time. Don't deny me this pain I'm going through. So your masculine saying, understand me. Understand, please have compassion, because I'm going through pain. And the feminine sometimes don't realise that. And that's why they're giving me this channeling today and showing me again the teary energy. It's this eye. It's always this eye. It's the tears coming through that the masculines want to show you how they feel. And they think that you don't get that. And feminines, you don't sometimes, and how many times have we done it? We've all done it. We've blamed our twin. They don't understand. They're living their life. How can they do this to me? What about me? Whereas, they are saying to you, don't deny me this pain I'm going through. I need to feel this pain, because the pain leads your masculine home, and you're their home. You're their firelight. You're their sun. So they have to come out of the dark times to be with you. So they have to go through this pain. And that's why they're saying, don't deny me this pain I'm going through. In other words, let me have some time to figure things out, to work out a strategy, to work out what to do, to come out the other side. So the masculines have to find you, Please forgive me if I need you like I do. And, the feminines say that to the masculines, I need you. Please forgive me for needing you, But your masculine saying to you, please forgive me if I need you like I do. I need you. I need you, and I need you like I do. So sometimes the masculines are saying to you, let me just deal with things in my own way, because I need you the way that I need you. In other words, if they are asking for time, they want you to give them time, space, emotion. Allow them to feel what they need to feel. Please believe me, every word I say is true. So if you're doubting how your masculine feels for you, or if they feel anything for you, they are saying, please forgive me, every word I say is true. So remember that when they've told you how they feel, or they've said they want a life with you, and then they go back on their word, every word they say at that time, they mean it. They just run away because they're afraid. Please forgive me, I can't stop loving you. So your masculine saying, I can't stop loving you, I've tried. Doesn't matter how many hurtful things I say to you, or how many times I hurt you, or what I do, I'm only ever hurting myself anyway, and I'm sorry, I can't stop loving you. Still feels like our best times are together. So your masculine's letting you know they're thinking about you, thinking about the past memories, going back to how it was. Thinking about the good times, the times you shared, whether it be in person or online, the friendship, the love, the sexual chemistry, the thinking about it. Still feels like our best times are together. So they are feeling you right now, feeling you together. Feels like the first touch. So they've said feels like the first kiss. Now they're saying feels like the first touch. That feeling, the firework effect, the electricity. And when they touch you, it's electric. And remember, the masculines don't have to physically touch you to feel you, or you to feel them. When you close your eyes, you can feel them touching you. It's energetic. It's on another level. This is something unlike you've ever felt. That's why you can possibly orgasm when you're thinking about your twin, or dreaming about your twin. It's orgasmic. It's mind-blowing. We're still getting closer, baby. So your masculine is saying to you, whatever's going on, you're still getting closer and closer and closer, because you're feeling each other, you're growing together, you're learning lessons, and you're realising the truth that things are never separate, you are one. Can't get closer enough. You can't get close enough. So, it doesn't matter how many times you're together, at what time you spend together, it's never enough. You can never get close enough, because you want to devour each other, take each other in, drink each other in. Still holding on. So you're still holding on. Your masculine is still holding on. And this can't get close enough. Sometimes, if me and George are in different rooms, and this is my twin I'm talking about, we're in union, miss him, and I'll go and I'll say, miss you, and he'll say, miss you. We miss each other, even though we're in the same home, or even when we're sitting by each other, we can be missing each other, because, you can't get close enough. You just can't get close enough to each other. You want to devour each other. You're still number one. So your masculine saying to you, you're still number one. Doesn't matter how many other people there are, you're number one. You're not number two, number three, number four. Giving me fear there, thank you. So if you're watching this fearing that you're not there number one, because there's a lot of fear when I'm talking about this part of the message. When you're thinking about your masculine, if they're with someone else, or even if they're with friends or family, and you think they are putting them first because they're not communicating to you, or they're not showing you their love, they are still saying to you, you are still my number one. You're still my priority. I may be working on it, but you're still number one. That's coming from their higher self directly. I remember everything. This is the most amazing thing, because this always comes through when I'm connecting with the masculines for the feminines. I remember the smell of your skin. So it's that feeling, that smell, the aroma, the perfume. They remember where they were when they met you, what they were doing. Even if it was an online connection, if something was going on at that time, they remember from the smell, from what they were doing, even clothes they were wearing, whatever it is, they're connecting with you, the smell of your skin, the smell of you, because smelling you is smelling themselves. You're each other's, you're the same soul, you're connected. I remember everything. So your masculine is saying to you, I remember everything. Every conversation, every time we're together, every feeling, I remember everything. I remember what you were wearing, what you said. You have to know this. The masculines remember everything, sometimes way more detail than the feminines do. I remember all your moves. So your masculine remembers your moves, wherever they may be, physically or online or in the 5D realm, your masculine knows you. I remember you, yeah. So your masculine say, I remember you, yeah? So you may thinking, no, you don't. Your masculine saying, yes, I do. I remember everything. I remember you. I'm thinking of you. I remember the nights. I still do. So your masculine saying to you, don't doubt this. Because I remember this. I remember the nights we shared together, the time we spent together, the messages we've had, the time we've communicated, the time we've spent on the 5D and the dreams we've had, the things we've shared, the things we've talked about. I remember the nights, I still do. So your masculine saying to you, I do. Don't doubt it. So your masculine second guessing you there because your masculine knows that you're going to say, well, no, you don't. How can you? You're busy, you're doing other things, you're not communicating. Your masculine saying, I do. I remember all of that. So if you're feeling lonely, don't. So take that on today. If you're feeling lonely, don't. Your masculine's right by your side. Close your eyes and you'll feel them. You'll connect with them. And you've got an army of angels around you, loving you, comforting you, taking care of you right now. You're not lonely. You've got a soul family here right now. I'm your soul family. And so are everyone here. And if you're getting tooth pain, as I'm saying, tooth pain is because decisions are happening. So decisions are going on behind the scenes you can't see. You're the only one I'll ever want. I only want to make it good. So if I love you a little more than I should, please forgive me. I know not what I do, and I can't stop loving you. So your masculine is getting that across to you today. The one thing I'm sure of, okay, this is what your masculine is saying to you. The one thing I'm sure of is the way we make love. Yes, sexually, but this is about unconditional love. The way you make love, the unconditional love, the way you bring in this amazing power to humanity, the way that you lift up the vibration of the world, the way you lift up each other, the way you feel, the intensity, the feeling of coming together with your own soul, your two hearts being brought together. That's what the angels are saying this means. The one thing your masculine is sure of is the way you make love and you make it together. So yes, it's sexual and romantic and chemistry and all those things, but this is the way you make love, and love is the strongest power of the universe. The one thing I depend on is for us to stay strong. So your masculine saying, when I'm going through things, and I'm struggling, I depend on you and the fact that we are strong no matter what. Think about that. Feminine, you're the lighthouse in the stormy sea. You're the lighthouse. The storm comes, the sea comes, it batters the lighthouse around. But the lighthouse keeps standing tall and it keeps shining its light bright. Other things fall down. Foundations fall down. Anything that's built on sand crumbles and disappears. Things built on solid rock, on stone, don't disappear. Things that are rooted deep like the roots of a tree. And that's the power of your love and your connection. Their karmic situation isn't like that. It's built on sand. That's why it's crumbling down. That's why their job they didn't enjoy has come crumbling down. Or the friendships with the people they thought they could trust and can't has come crumbling down. Because the one thing they can depend on is the love of the divine feminine. With every word and every breath I'm praying, that's why I'm saying, please forgive me. So your masculine saying, I'm praying now. I'm praying, I'm asking for help, I'm speaking to heaven. I'm realising I need to ask for help with this because I'm saying to everyone up there, help me. Help this person to forgive me because this person is my love. This person is you. So your masculine is praying for your forgiveness and saying to you, this is how I feel and I can't stop loving you. How amazing is that? Beautiful. So really take that on board today. Your masculine loves you. You might not realise it because you're not quite there yet spiritually, where you're still focused on the 3D realm and, what they physically say and what you physically see. But you have to realize that you are born to raise your vibration, to be in your power of a powerful divine feminine, where you raise up and you see that you are more than a physical person. You are a spiritual being having a physical experience. You are source energy. You are unconditional love. And when you raise your vibration and move away from all of the ego demands, because that's what the ego does, it demands. I want it now in this way. I can't have anything less. The ego wants it now. The ego is very selfish. Me, 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 me. The higher self understands the bigger picture, understands that this is a journey of learning and growing and evolving and becoming strong. Alone, physically, yourself as one, and with your twin flame connected as one. So you have to remember that. Today your masculine is saying to you, please forgive me. I know not what I do, but I can't stop loving you. Have a beautiful day, sending you lots of love, and I'll see you soon.